Hi, I'm Jessica Graham, and I am making this video especially for women, but it could also be for men who have female partners. This video is about getting over orgasm anxiety. So I hear from lots and lots of women that they have anxiety come up around orgasming. They feel like they're taking too long and they better hurry up or they better just fake it because the person who's pleasuring them probably isn't enjoying it. I think that's generally not true. I think usually if someone's giving you pleasure, they're probably enjoying it too. But this anxiety that can come up around orgasming for women is very common, and I had a lot of personal experience with it in years past. And so I like to help women move through that anxiety so that they can have more pleasure during sex. And honestly, so that their partners can have more pleasure. Because when you're offering someone some kind of sexual pleasure and they're all tight and tense and nervous and anxious, it's not as enjoyable for either partner. And so the more that we can get into our bodies and learn to breathe into and relax into pleasure, the more fun we can all have during sex. So, the first thing that I often hear is that the mind starts going. So, you're having sex, or you're getting oral sex, or someone's using their hand on you, and it feels good, but you start hearing that voice say, oh, I better hurry up. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to orgasm. Oh, no, they're probably getting tired out. And it just starts going, and it builds, and it builds. And so at that time, you get stuck in the head. You get stuck in your mind and in the thoughts about the anxiety and the insecurity regarding orgasm. And so the number one thing we want to do is we want to notice that that's happening. Wow, I'm stuck in the mind. I'm thinking a lot rather than feeling a lot. And so the first thing is just to acknowledge that. Okay, this is what's happening. My mind is going a little wild right now. And so you notice it and you just offer acceptance to that. So how do you offer acceptance to it? Well, number one, just by acknowledging it. Oh, I'm thinking. Now, the advanced technique is to not just acknowledge it to yourself, but to acknowledge it to your partner. To say, I'm really enjoying what you're doing, but I'm having a lot of thoughts and a lot of anxiety about my orgasm. Now, I understand that's pretty advanced, but that's what we're moving towards. In mindful sex, we're moving towards being able to be that open, that transparent, that honest with our partner in the moment. Because that's where sex really starts to become a very different thing. It starts to take on this quality that's really life-changing. It starts to go beyond pleasure and start to enter into this realm of awakened sex, where we're really in union with our partners. But we'll get there. For now, just acknowledge it to yourself. Just notice, okay, my mind is kind of loud. Notice how the thoughts are coming and going. Notice how they bubble up. Notice how they vanish. And once you're able to acknowledge it, you can start to just offer it a little acceptance. Okay, that's just what's happening right now. So that's step one. Step two is coming back to the body. So you could simply just come back to the vagina, come back to the sensations in the genitalia. You can start there. Just feel it. Oh, wow. That's how my vagina feels right now. Okay, there's some pleasure there. You just start to drop into the pleasure a little bit. Start to feel that sensation, the throbs, the vibration, the waves of pleasure. See if you can really ground yourself in those sensations. And as we're starting to get accustomed to really coming into the body during sex, at first it might just be a small amount of sensation. You might just feel a little bit, just this generalized, slightly pleasurable sensation. As you learn to relax into and breathe into the pleasure, it'll start to spread through your whole body. So this is when pleasure takes on a whole new experience, when we're really able to be in touch with it in a physical way. So step 1, notice, acknowledge, and accept what's going on in the mind. Step 2, come into the body. Feel the pleasure, really experience it. And then step 3 is just lay back and enjoy it. Really enjoy this pleasure that's being offered to you from your partner. Okay, so I'm going to do a short guided meditation for you to just take you through these steps. And you can just sit down and do the meditation that way, just like a regular meditation. If you'd like, you can offer yourself pleasure, do self-pleasuring while I go through the meditation technique. Okay, so you have options, ways you can try it. And you could also share this meditation with your partner and let them know what you're working through. Again, I know that's advanced, but that's what we're moving towards. We're moving towards being able to be that open, that honest, that transparent with our partner. Okay? So you can go ahead and close your eyes. And this is going to be a short meditation, but you can do this for a longer period. You can practice this for as long as you like. But we'll just do a short version for now. So start by just inviting the body to relax. Really relaxing in the jaw, the shoulders, the stomach, and relaxing the pelvic area. So oftentimes when we get anxious about orgasm, we tighten up, get very tight in the pelvic area. Now, that can be a way for some women to orgasm. If they really tighten that area up, they do sort of like an extended Kegel. But if you can start to learn to relax in the pelvic area during sex, you are actually making yourself available for a lot more pleasure, an extended orgasm, and a all-over sensation of orgasm. So for now, let's just practice releasing the pelvic area. Releasing the pelvic floor. So that's the feeling of if you're sitting on the toilet peeing and you stop the stream of pee, that is tightening the pelvic floor. That's drawing the pelvic floor up. That's what you do in yoga class. So I want you to release that. So as if you're peeing. Don't pee right now. But go ahead and release the pelvic floor. Good. So now I just want you to notice, are there any thoughts going on? And I'm going to be quiet for a minute. So you can just notice if there's any thoughts happening. If there are any thoughts happening, even little spurts of thought here and there, I just want you to put your attention on it, acknowledge it, and offer it acceptance. And then return to the body. Notice it, offer it acceptance, return to any physical sensations in the body. So we'll do that for about a minute. Acknowledge the thinking, accept the thinking, and then come back to the body. We're not trying to shut the thoughts off. We're not trying to quiet them. Instead, we're acknowledging and accepting them and then coming back to the body. Okay, good. So you have that tool now. As we continue with the meditation, anytime you get pulled into thought, you just do the same thing. Acknowledge, accept, and return to the body. Okay? So it's not a problem if you're thinking. When you notice you've been pulled in, acknowledge, accept, and return to the body. As simple as that. No judgment, no big deal. It's totally normal to get caught in thought. So now coming to the body. If you'd like, you can put your attention on the pelvic area. Just to start to get accustomed to bringing attention to that part of the body. And maybe right now try drawing the pelvic floor in and releasing it. So cutting off the P stream and then releasing. That's kind of the way it feels. Or if you're accustomed to yoga class, we draw the pelvic floor in for yoga. And right now, we want to relax it. So just take a few Kegels, drawing up and releasing. Drawing up and releasing. And then just allow it to be released. Pelvic floor released and relaxed. Placing attention on the pelvic area. And just noticing any sensation there, any warmth, any tingling. Keep coming back to the sensations. If you're not comfortable having the awareness on the pelvic area right now, feel free to put your attention on any part of the body. When you are having sex and you're trying to move through orgasm anxiety, it's helpful to just place the attention on the pelvic area. Just start to feel in to the pleasurable sensations. So again, coming back to the body anytime you get pulled into thought. What do you do with thought? Acknowledge, accept, return to the body. So just try this for another minute, focusing on sensations in the body, ideally pleasurable sensations in the body. And acknowledging and accepting any thoughts that arise and then returning to the body. Okay. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. All right, so that's just a short example of something you can do to start to move through anxiety and insecurity around orgasm. So I just want to say it's very normal, it's very common to have anxiety and insecurity around orgasm. For men and women. This video is specifically for women. But it's a very common thing. And it's too bad because orgasm is such an enjoyable thing for human beings. And we miss out on a lot of the enjoyment because of all the anxiety. Another thing that happens is we get so focused on orgasm that we don't get to enjoy all of the aspects of sex. It's enjoyable all the way through. And if it's not enjoyable all the way through for you, then it's time to address that. Time to look at that and again come to that place of honesty, openness, and transparency with your partners about what works for you. What do you need? You deserve to have what you want and you need sexually. And you're the one that can get you there. And it starts with acknowledging and accepting what it is that you enjoy, and also what it is that you don't enjoy. So, no big deal if you have some anxiety and insecurity around orgasm. It's very common, it's very normal. You can play around with this technique that we did today, see if that helps. There's a lot of other directions you can work, and I'll make some more videos along the way and give you some more tips. If you do have any questions, you can feel free to comment. And if you'd rather not comment in a public way, feel free to contact me through my website. It's meditationwithjessica.com. And there's a contact form there. And you can send me any questions you might have. So the next time you're having sex and that anxiety and insecurity starts to arise around your orgasm, see if you can just hang out in the body. Enjoy the pleasure. Don't worry so much about the orgasm. And I know that we all want to feel good. But what you'll find as you start to work this way is that orgasm is just one part of a really wonderful experience of having sex. And it's not necessary that you have an orgasm every time you have sex. It's certainly fine if you do, but maybe try having sex and make an agreement with your partner that neither of you have the goal of orgasm. You're just going to enjoy each other's bodies. You're going to enjoy the pleasure that's available during sex. All right, have fun, enjoy yourself, and feel free to be in touch if I can be of any help to you.